There was a time above, a time before. There were perfect things, diamond absolutes. Things fall, things on earth. And what falls is fallen.
What's up, guys? Farooqi Bros here. This is podcast number 19, and today we're going to be looking right out of the latest news that Ben Affleck is officially out as Batman. So, just to our introductions, I'm your host, Sheraz Farooqi, and I'm joined by my brother, Zayyan. What's up, guys? My cousin, Omer.
Hey, everyone.
And my other cousin, Samir.
What's up?
So, this is like breaking news. It just dropped literally 5 minutes ago. Ben Affleck is officially out as the role as Batman in Matt Reeves' The Batman film. And this comes on the heels of them announcing the Batman's release date, which is currently slated for June 25th, 2021. So in about 2 years, that movie will be coming out. And I get it, we're all kind of excited for Matt Reeves' movie as well, but I think right now we got to take a second to just give our boy Affleck some props for, that role. And of course, our own feelings on the departure and if it's been too early or what have you. So Zayyan, why don't you start us off? What do you think about Ben Affleck and Batman?
Yeah, I think it's it sucks a lot that he's gone, and now it's official. But I mean, I can speak for all of us. I think we pretty much knew he wasn't going to be attached to this film as Batman anymore, and just now they finally officially said it. But it still hurts. I mean, his performance in Batman v Superman is easily one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Batman we've seen in live action. And it just sucks that the last time we got to see him was in Justice League, which was just horrible. But I think we'll just remember how great he was when he really got to put all he had into his role in BVS, and even in Suicide Squad, he was really good. So, I mean, I'm happy that they finally just ripped the Band-Aid off. Now there's more clarity about the Batman, and yeah, it sucks that he's gone, but I guess we'll see what Matt Reeves does with the film. I'm still excited for that.
It's sad to see Ben Affleck leave the role as Batman. I really enjoyed him in BVS, but I'm also excited to see who Matt Reeves cast next.
Yeah, I mean, I have similar feelings, just like Zayyan. I felt like he was probably one of the greatest Batman. He gave one of the greatest Batman Bruce Wayne performances. In my opinion, he is the greatest. So I loved his performance in Batman v Superman. I just felt like he has two things going for him. I think this is what, even with Henry Cavill, I think he has like a natural look to him. Like, he looks very much like Bruce Wayne. It doesn't require much for him to look that way. He just looks like him naturally. So that was kind of, when he was casted, there was a lot of uproar about him. But again, he has the look of Bruce Wayne, and also his performance as an actor was amazing. He's one of the best actors out there. So that's no surprise to us that his performance was really well done, and his arc also in Batman v Superman is something all of us have talked about a lot. That how broken he is, and how when you see how the movie starts off, how he it shows his parents die, and then at the end of it he finds a light. So like, with all those things considered, and also, I mean, I don't consider Justice League, just like you guys, that one of the biggest shit shows in this universe, in any universe. So that movie I don't really count. And then Suicide Squad, like the two scenes he was in were probably the best scenes in those movies. So I mean, again, like, to me he's the greatest Bruce Wayne, the greatest Batman, and I was happy that we got to see what we got to see. And yes, we all wish that we got to see him in Zack's cut of Justice League, and also in Justice League 2. It would have been amazing to see him actually finish off like a full arc, right? Because his arc was going to end with him sacrificing himself to save Lois Lane, or whatever it really was. No one knows. Yeah, so I mean, for me, I'm just grateful that we had him for the time we had him, and a lot, like, the people that were, a lot of us knew that he was gonna leave. So it's no surprise to us that he left. But I think Sheraz, I think you were the one that texted or maybe you tweeted this. I'm not sure because I don't pay attention to your Twitter account. But I think it was you that tweeted that the Band-Aid. It kind of felt like the Band-Aid got ripped off.
Yeah, I didn't tweet it, man. I texted it to you on the group chat.
Yeah, that's so it stings. It just stings, but I'm happy for what we got, and I can't wait to see what Matt Reeves does. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It's probably gonna take some time to get over this as a fan. But I'm sure when they announce a new guy and we see new things happen, like they start developing new things and we get more information, I think slowly we'll all start moving on to the future of this universe.
And I'll just jump off there and off all your points, but I think we speak for all of us when I say Ben Affleck was such a great Batman and such a great Bruce Wayne as well. Like, especially in Batman v Superman, like you saw the layers in the character that we haven't seen before. And that's not a knock on previous versions, they're layered in their own ways, but the angle that Affleck was approaching the role was of this, as Omer said, a broken, kind of beaten down Bruce Wayne, who's kind of lost a lot of his faith that he once had, similar to kind of like Luke Skywalker did in Last Jedi, that kind of thing, where, you know, you've been through so much that now you lost the hope you once had when you were energetic and youthful. So, and obviously with all the tragedy in his life by losing Robin, and then seeing what Superman's doing, and then you take Alfred's speech about you know, power, you know, and all that stuff like that. But you know, yeah, you know,
how power turns good men cruel.
Yeah,
when they lose it.
How power, what's it called? Yeah, the feeling of powerlessness, you know, that turns good men cruel, you know, and that's such a great interpretation. And then we know in Suicide Squad, he said how he had such a great cameo, and that was kind of like a redeemed Batman. You saw how his Batmobile had no guns on it anymore, and he didn't want to hurt Deadshot in front of his daughter, and he was actually being smart and being like the Batman we all knew. I think that Batman for those 2 seconds in Suicide Squad is probably the closest we'll ever get to what Batman could have been in a solo movie. I feel like that's how he would have acted. And obviously the Snyder cut of Justice League would have had a great acting job as with Affleck as well. Obviously, it's unfortunate that the last official release we've seen with Affleck was theatrical Justice League, but at the end of the day, we look at kind of what the character has done in all these great roles and the great costume and the look. He was a brutal, fierce Batman, you know, straight out of the Arkham games. Like, if you like the Arkham Batman, then you're going to like this Batman because it's literally the same Batman. So it's one of those things. And I can move into that. Like, what do you think the legacy of Ben Affleck's Batman is? And I can give it to Zayyan. Like, what do you think the legacy he leaves with the character?
I mean, personally, I think he is just as Batman encompassed in himself, I think he's the greatest Batman we've seen in live action. I think I tweeted about this earlier. We're going to be talking about his Batman for years to come, thinking, you know, what could have been if he kept going, if he was in the soul in Matt Reeves' films. But I think he's leaving a pretty strong legacy. If anything, this will actually make the fans push for the Snyder Cut even more, so we can really get to see his one more like hurrah with Ben Affleck as Batman. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. Overall, yeah, he left a great legacy in my opinion. Uma, what about you?
I think, to put it simply, the legacy is with how the fans, how his story kind of resonates with the fans. I think from being like on Twitter and just seeing also on comicbookdebate.com that, you know, people, the story they went with, it helped a lot of people with what they were going through. And I think that's the legacy that his Batman left at a very insane level, at least from my perspective. And also personally, and I've already shared this on Vero as well, that this Batman, for me, was personally speaking, like very impactful on myself. And I feel like that is purely that's the biggest thing that his Batman did. And that's not a shot again at the previous Batmans. I think the previous Batmans also did that in other ways. I just felt like the fact that they chose to make him so broken helps people that are in that sphere sometimes. So I feel like that's his that's his major legacy. And at a minor level, I would say he's, again, like, people will always remember him as one of the greatest performers of this specific role. So I would say at a major level, yeah, he helped a lot of people, and at a minor level, he became one of the greatest performers.
I enjoyed his legacy. He's easily one of the top Batman in live action we've ever seen. I'll always cherish his performance. I really, really do.
All right. All right.
You know what's hilarious? They announced that Ben is leaving on Christian Bale's birthday.
That's
So
interesting.
I guess he's back.
Nah.
No, it also announced it 2 years to the day where they announced that Ben Affleck was gone from the directing chair.
Yeah, but that means nothing.
It's one of those. It's one of those
He
things.
said himself that it's hard to direct and act.
It's one of those things where I think he just said that it's all PR, just like him saying that I'll be ape on the ground for Matt Reeves was all PR. Like I think he was gone for 2 years. Let's not. I think we should not pretend like Ben Affleck just decided today that he's leaving. I think for 2 years he was gone since the article.
I
came
said
out.
that. I said at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
We all knew that he was gone. Like I mean, it was obvious. If he wasn't gone, why wouldn't they have just said it straight up that he wasn't?
Because
gone?
they played too much like this game of chicken, where it's like who's gonna say it first, and they finally said it now. So I guess people can finally kind of swallow that idea and move forward with the new Batman.
I think we should also just say just for the record that everyone knows like that he had a script, right? Like he had a script ready. He worked on it, and it just things didn't go their way, right? Like they had a vision for the whole universe, and again, it always goes back to the freaking Justice League movies that when that movie didn't pan out the way it was supposed to, then all the ripple effects just kind of stayed, and you see it now with all the other characters. So it's all one big mess.
Yeah, and speaking of mess, we just also got confirmation while this podcast has been going on that James Gunn will officially return to direct Suicide Squad sequel, which is going to be called The Suicide Squad. So, what do you guys think about that?
Absolutely pathetic.
I feel like we're in our own nightmare sequence right now.
Everything that could have went wrong the past few years.
Listen. It's like making a bad day worse. You know, like, all right, Affleck is gone as Batman. You're like, all right, Matt Reeves might be able to pull something out of the hat and make a cool movie. Then it's like, James Gunn is relaunching Suicide Squad with new characters, and the film will have a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. Like, oh my
I'm
telling
telling you, just don't insult him.
Yo, honestly, this universe is big dead.
WB is acting kind of different, Loki.
It's done, bro. This universe is kind of screwed big.
Samir, what do you think about James Gunn directing Suicide Squad 2? As in Suicide Squad.
Oh, hell no. This means DCEU is officially dead, and we should all jump to the Godzilla bandwagon. So.
Loki, me and Samir, I know Samir, I was already planning to jump with you, but I was kind of waiting for like something, I think if Henry Cavill's out as Superman, I'll jump to the bandwagon. Like, I'm out of here. I'm packing my bags.
Henry Cavill situation is almost mirroring what the Ben Affleck situation is, but worse. Because at least there was a Batman in production. There's no Superman. Like, he's gone. Like, forget it.
That's true. Like, it's over.
There's even less chance that Henry's coming back.
All right, listen. First of all, Suicide Squad is done. I'm probably not even watch that movie, Loki. Like, I'll have some free press screening. I ain't going to watch that movie.
Why you lie?
Yo, that movie's gonna be so garbage, man. My God, it's gonna be so whack. And then Matt Reeves' Batman, that I'm gonna watch. That's gonna be good. These are good directors on it.
I'm just gonna say straight up, like you just did, that if Henry Cavill's walking, the universe is literally dead, like completely dead. It has to be something completely different.
Dude, it is different though.
It's already completely different.
Aquaman, Shazam, Wonder Woman 84.
That's the only thing left now.
I don't know if I said this in a different podcast, but remember I told you guys that probably the new Trinity is gonna be Aquaman, Shazam, and Wonder Woman. Shazam takes the place of Superman, Aquaman takes the place of Batman, and Wonder Woman is Wonder Woman. But I'm also hearing that probably Gal Gadot is going to leave the role after Wonder Woman 3, so I think she's going to be done with it after her trilogy. We already know Ray Fisher's never coming back as Cyborg as much as we want to, so I believe he's too stupid to make a Cyborg movie. And there's some rumors with Fantastic Beasts, Samir's favorite franchise, doing taking up Ezra Miller's schedule. There's a chance that Ezra is going to be done as the Flash also. They might get a new Flash.
What are Warner Brothers trying to do?
Not everything is a universe, you fool. Maybe it's the franchise.
They're gonna make single movies now. They're just gonna make like
little franchise
collective stories.
Yeah, it's be like little franchises. The Aquaman trilogy, the Wonder Woman trilogy, the Matt Reeves trilogy, that kind of thing. They're gonna do like smaller like mini franchises. The James Gunn trilogy, which is gonna be garbage, but still.
I don't think so.
Nah, that movie's gonna take a dump at the box office.
No, actually, it's probably gonna do so good. That's the problem.
Listen, they're gonna have like a discount Star Lord, a random Gamora,
They
some
already said
Drax.
they're not bringing back most of the cast. Right?
Yeah, they said most of the cast not coming back except for
like
Harley Quinn. They said Will Smith.
Will Smith's gone.
Yeah, Will Smith's 100% gone. That's gone. But Margot Robbie will stay only because she's paid her role in the franchise is still strong. Like she's not giving up that role of Harley Quinn. Like she's committed to it for now.
Low key though, with all this crap happening, you got to give Marvel their props, man.
Yeah, at least they have.
Like,
at least they have their.
10 years. That's
at least
not
they're
easy,
buttoned
man.
up, man. They're buttoned up.
Yeah, 10 years, and every actors, everybody, like the contracts, everything is figured out. So you got to give them their props because they're doing that. They did their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And DC just.
That's true, man.
Shut
Marvel knows what they're doing.
Problem with DC, they cut and run. You know, it's like saying after the first Avenger or after the Incredible Hulk, saying, "Oh, now we're gonna course correct 2-3 movies in," and then you didn't see the full product. Like we could have seen a bigger product.
Yeah, but it's like course correcting at the Avengers. Like, why would you at that point? Why don't you just let whoever's making the movie, let them do what they're doing because you'll still make money. 850 whatever Batman Superman made was still money, man. $857 million is still a lot of money.
And even Suicide Squad made 760 without even
China.
without China. So they made a really good job also. So these movies were successful. It's just WB got scared by a couple of bloggers, unfortunately.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes, and you worked for Rotten Tomatoes, so don't act up.
No, just because I work for them doesn't mean that the people who they employ are also good. It's just everyone's doing their thing.
We'll see about that in a few years, boy.
All right, so we'll see. I think we'll end on a positive note because we're more negative than we normally are. But
Negative or real?
Real, I say. But we gotta.
No, we don't have to end on a positive note, low key.
No, yeah, well, we're all pissed.
It's not that kind of night.
Listen, we're all upset that Affleck is gone. It's also the writing. The writing's been on the wall for Affleck. We knew for 2 years he's gonna go out. We were just a lot of us were leaving that one little bit of optimism that maybe he'll come back in a limited role or maybe he'll come back just for present day scenes or narration. Like at least if they narrate, like like how he narrated BVS, a time before Perfect Things. Like do a quote like that, with just Affleck just talking in the beginning. Even that's good enough, honestly. Just a transition, but they don't want to do transition.
They should just rip the whole universe apart now because
I agree.
Just finished.
They won't rip it apart because of
of
Shazam, Harley Quinn.
I meant forget Ben's gone. Like that's it. It's tough. They shouldn't try to shoehorn him in with a quote or anything.
Then it's gonna be like our other podcast. Like I said, it's gonna be a trilogy of Matt Reeves. And if that trilogy is really good, if they make a Justice League 2 or a Justice League relaunch, it won't be a 2 anymore. Just be Justice League again. Then they're just gonna use the new Batman plus whoever they can manage from the original, which will only be Momoa and Godot. And that's if Godot signs a contract
I
again.
don't think so. I think she'll be gone.
Wrong.
Let Matt Reeves just make his trilogy like Nolan.
Then forget. Then there'll never be a Justice League.
Start to finish.
Then you're saying you're done with Justice League forever. Then
honestly, I'd rather not have a Justice League.
So when are we going to see Justice League? When are we going to see Justice League? Never.
Who cares about Justice
In 20 years? So everyone will see Avengers Endgame and not see Justice League.
Release Snyder Cut. That's it.
I've been saying
That's the Justice League we'll see.
Yeah, dude. To be honest, the only Justice League we want to see is a good Justice League, and it was already shot. So forget everything else.
Yeah.
Do we though?
Which thing, Samir?
Do we though?
We do, yes. So
we do, and hashtag release Snyder Cut.
Dude, now
The
that
part
Ben
one-
and Henry are gone, this is the only time we'll see them.
I'm
The part 1 to a no part 2. So
I'm finna release this Snyder Cut. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's kind of a somber thing, and we all wanted Ben Affleck back, but at the same time, we're still excited for Matt Reeves. But at the same time, James Gunn is making a garbage movie, so it's like kind of all things at once happening, and then we don't know what Superman's status is. So the universe isn't that positive these days. Like at this point, I'm just trying to see like a generic Captain Marvel movie. So let's see what happens.
Generic is right, man.
dude, Captain Marvel will be better than.
Suicide 2, yeah, you're right.
It's gonna
Listen,
be better than Suicide Squad 1.
listen. Oh, chill. Actually, you might, but listen. Any
It will,
movie,
trust me, will.
every movie will be better than the Suicide Squad.
From myself, from sure.
Yeah, exactly that. Actually, Omer, why don't you just end the podcast today? Go ahead.
From myself, from Zayyan, from Sheraz, from Samir, and then you could. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
This is the Farooqi.
I tried, but
All right,
it's too.
this is the Farooqi Bros. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.